Good afternoon, everyone. My niece from Vancouver asked that I share a video for my minestrone soup, so I thought I'd do that today. I just wanted to run you guys through it real quickly. If you want the recipe, you can always email me. I'll give it to you. Anyways, here we go. So we've got some olive oil. We're gonna go with about a tablespoon. And then we'll warm that up on medium heat. We'll come over here and I will show everyone ingredients. So ingredients are, we've got our vegetable broth. That's from Costco. Really good deal. I highly recommend getting it. It's really yummy too. We've got some diced tomatoes. We've got some tomato paste. I try to go organic or a low salt if I can. Got some parsley, Italian seasoning, green beans, of course, salt and pepper. Whoops, there you go. And then we've got our onions and celery, zucchini, carrots, white kidney beans, red kidney beans. We've got our little shells, and that is my broth. So 1 teaspoon of this stuff equals 1 cup. So if you add a cup of warm water to it, it equals a cup of broth. So super handy to have. Also here, I don't know if you guys can see that. That is actually chopped spinach. The grocery store this morning didn't have any spinach. Weird, eh? So I always have some on standby. So I just took it out of the freezer and I'm just gonna throw it in like that. So let's first start with, oops, spin you around here. Let's go with our onions here. I can aim this for you all. So we've got our onions, and I'll grab a spoon here. So what you're gonna do is gonna cook these for a few minutes. I'm gonna turn up the heat a little bit so I'm not boring all of you. So we're gonna go with about a cup of diced onion, and then we'll let that fry up a little bit. I will grab the celery and the carrot. And now when I chop these, I try to chop them pretty small as soup. I don't know about you, but in a soup, I don't really like big pieces of vegetables. I like small pieces, and another thing I like to do is I try to make them all the same size, so that way they cook at the same speed. So that's just a little hint for you. So I'm just throwing in the celery here. I'm gonna put those in the sink. So there, this is what it looks like, guys. Frying up. Sorry if that's too loud. So basically this is gonna simmer all day. I'm planning on feeding this to my family for dinner. So it's going to simmer all day, and so I really don't need to fry up these vegetables too much. They're going to cook. I like to kind of brown them a little bit if I can. But yeah, what I'm going to serve with that tonight is, actually I'm making some homemade bread too, guys. Of course, my bread maker. My son-in-law Nicholas found a recipe for dill pickle bread. And so I thought I'd try it out. So it is in my bread maker, ready to doing its thing. Probably kneading the dough right now or doing something like that. Anyhow, so let's see how we're making out here. So there it is. Oops. Camera skills are not great. Looks so pretty. You know what? The base of most soups is that. It is onion, carrot, and celery. That is basically the start. I can make a chicken noodle soup, a beef barley soup, a minestrone soup, vegetable soup, tomato macaroni. I would probably still put those as well. Maybe I would puree them after I'd fry them up a little bit. If it was like a cream soup or even a tomato soup, I'd probably puree them in my food processor. once they were cooked, and then throw them in. But yeah, that's the basics like of any and all soups. So yeah, so there we are. So what I'm going to do now is, I think that's good. A couple of minutes is enough. It smells really so good. So what I'm going to do now is about 2 teaspoons of minced garlic. Throw that in there. I mean, minced garlic is awesome in anything. Let's do our spices here. So we've got about a tablespoon of dried parsley, and then about 2 teaspoons of Italian seasoning. Throw that in there. Give that a little whirl. Like, if you can smell this, it smells so good. And now, salt and pepper. I like to use ground salt and pepper when I can. If I'm baking, then I'll use like the regular salt or salt that's not freshly ground. So I don't know, I probably put about a teaspoon of salt there. And pepper, well, we love pepper too. It's about the same thing as the pepper. That's that. So we'll give that a bit of a stir. Oh my gosh, it smells so good. Alright, so there you have it. This is what it looks like. Like, you can, with that, just that basic, you can make any kind of soup, like I said, or you can add that to ground beef and make shepherd's pie. You can actually cook that down and then let it cool and then make a meatloaf. Add that to your meatloaf. Actually, you probably wouldn't even know the vegetables were in there after they were cooked. But yeah, throw that all in. Next, I'm going to go with my green beans. Let's throw those in. Let me set you guys down. Green beans. Put 3/4 of a cup. I just used the frozen ones because I only needed a little bit. And yeah, so now we're going to go ahead. Might make me all busy yet. Anyways, zucchini. There's the zucchini. Throw that in there. And stir that all up. I'll actually turn this down a bit now. Smells so good. I'm going to grab the spinach. See how fast things go? I know, it's super easy. Really, the hardest part is, although it's not even hard, it's not hard, cutting up the vegetables takes the longest, really. Spinach, just gonna throw it in there. Now, let's give that a bit of a stir again. Right, let's do the diced tomatoes and tomato paste. So 1 large can of diced tomatoes. You'll just throw that in like that. And then let's do some tomato paste. So 1 little can of tomato paste. I get this at Kirkland, so it's Costco. I mean, if you buy a box of this tomato paste, and so many homemade recipes calls for tomato paste, believe it or not, it can last you a really long time. I think there's like 12 in a box. Super cheap. You'll pay less than $1 each, and it's organic. It's good for you, so why not, right? So there we have it. So I'll just give that a bit of a stir. All right. So you have your base here for your minestrone soup. So this is basically it before I add in my broth and my beans, and then pasta will go in probably about 10 minutes before it's done, maybe 15 minutes before it's done. Anyways, I can show you guys the after product, but this is basically what it looks like. So we've got your tomato paste, diced tomatoes, and all your vegetables, like so incredibly healthy. and also vegan for my vegan friends. Yeah, you can add meat to it if you really wanted to, but I wouldn't, just because true minestrone soup does not have meat in it. So, so I'm just going to grab my broth. I'm going to turn this up a little bit, just so I can get it to a boil. Got 4 cups of vegetable broth. And actually I might add another cup of water. I don't feel like that really is enough liquid. I mean, you can add as you go along if you really wanted to. And then I will add my white kidney beans. And red kidney beans. Guys, like, it is super cheap to cook at home. I know a lot of people say, you know, food is expensive. Yes, it has gone up, but to cook for a family at home, like, this soup will last us. We'll have it for dinner tonight. We'll probably have it for lunch tomorrow, and there'll probably still be some left over, so I'll freeze it. Like, that's a ton of food, really, if you think about it. And it's good, wholesome food. So really, you can go to Eastside Mario's and get the minestrone soup. It's not going to be nearly as good as anything you can make at home. So I highly recommend that you make food at home. Yeah, your family will enjoy it, and it's good for you. It's good, wholesome food. So I'll give you one last snapshot here. Check it out. Doesn't that look good? But yeah, let this simmer. It's 1 o'clock now. I will probably let this simmer on very low heat, like at a very, very gentle boil, till probably about 4 o'clock. And then around 4, I'll probably add my pasta, and maybe a bit of water. But I will cook it with the top on to kind of keep all that goodness in there. But I'll wait for it to come up to a simmer, and basically stir it every once in a while as I'm coming to the kitchen, but that's basically it. I'll let you all know. Maybe I'll get Scott to give a review or something like that. Maybe Rob too, when he comes home from work. So I can let you guys all know, you know, what it tastes like. I'm sure it's gonna be good. Like, come on. Anyways, have a good day. Take care.